In this video, I'm going to show you 5 quick ways to make more money on YouTube. And the best part is, each one of these literally takes seconds to do. Number 1, enable all ad categories. So go down here to settings, and then go to add categories and go to sensitive categories. These, as it sounds, are sensitive categories when it comes to ads. And on most YouTube channels, by default, alcohol and gambling are blocked. So all I have to do is go to alcohol, click unblock, then go down here to gambling, click unblock, save it, and then now all ads can play, which means you're gonna make more money. Number 2, put a pinned comment with links. So I'm gonna go to any video, like say go to this one, and as you can see, first off, in the description, I have affiliate links and signups. What this means is if you click any of these and you sign up or buy product or service at no extra cost to you, I get a little kickback. This is very common as a big way to make money on YouTube. In case you didn't know though, or maybe you do, most people love to go to the YouTube comments, the classic YouTube comments. So a big pro tip a lot of people do is like say in this video, I have this whole kind of group right here, items I use to make more money on YouTube. If I go to my video, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna pause this, and I'm gonna go down here to the comments, right here. I'm gonna paste my own comment, and then once I do, I'm gonna click pin. What this means is when someone goes to the comments, and like I said, there's a bunch of comments, this will always appear at the top. And it's kind of crazy that it's interesting that some people might look at the description, be like, oh, vidIQ, which I'm a huge fan of vidIQ. Let me click and sign up. I get a little commission. But a lot of people will not even read the description. They might just go straight to the comments, maybe see what other people have to say, and they might see this. And this is a great way to make more money. Because let's say you were a fitness channel, and let's say you just did a video reviewing a protein powder. Of course, post the link to that protein powder in your description. Most people do. But also, make sure you go to your comment section and pin a comment with a link as well to your protein powder. That way, there's more opportunities for people to click that link and for you to make money. Number 3, enable mid-roll ads. So I'm gonna go down here. I've already done a dedicated video about mid-roll ads, but this is important. I'm gonna go to settings, and I'm gonna go to upload defaults. Under the upper right, monetization, I'm gonna click this, show mid-roll ads during my videos. 2 big things I have to say. When it comes to mid-roll ads, 1, they are now auto-generated. Back in the day, you could go in and manually place the mid-roll ads. You kind of still can, I guess, if you want to, but YouTube now says, hey, we think we're better at figuring out the best ad placements than you do. So if I go to, like, say, this recent video again, and I go to the editor, you can see here that I have these markers. This means that for each one of these, it's a mere suggestion. Keep this in mind. A mere suggestion that an ad might play. There's a chance all of them play. There's a chance none of them play. There's a chance that maybe 1 or 2 of them play. It is tough to say, but 1, these are all auto-generated. Yes, I can go in and manually add in a mid-roll slot. Unless it's a very particular reason, I actually suggest not doing that. Let YouTube handle it because they have found that when you use the automatic mid-roll ad feature on YouTube, which is automatically enabled, you make more money. And the best part is, it's actually a lot more time efficient. Like for me, I remember back in the day having to add in mid-roll ads manually. Sometimes it would take so long. Now YouTube does it automatically. It's a lot more convenient. The second thing, this is a big one. They did a huge study about this. And as you can imagine, there's a lot of studies on YouTube. When you have mid-roll ads, the crazy thing is you actually make more money because of course more ads play, but it doesn't ruin audience retention. People don't click out of the video more. Like all this kind of stuff. It's kind of crazy because you'd think if there's a bunch of mid-roll ads, people are more likely to click out. Maybe your video won't get as many views. Maybe people won't watch it as long. Actually, not the case on YouTube, which is pretty crazy. I think especially in this day and age, mid-roll ads, love them or hate them, are pretty common. Also, what YouTube does, because YouTube is incredibly smart, is they determine what I'm going to call, and I've talked about this in some videos, the ad tolerance of somebody. Like for me, I'm very tolerant of ads. If I watch a 20-minute long YouTube video and there's 3 or 4 mid-roll ads, I'm actually okay with that. Maybe because I'm also a YouTuber, but I kind of like, yeah, you know what? It's supporting the creator. I'm not paying for anything. If anything, I'm giving up like 30 seconds of my time, which I might just go on my phone and look at something, right? Like, so I don't really care. However, I know other people who are like, oh, if I get 1 mid-roll ad, it really frustrates me. And what YouTube does is test people out. So for some people, if you're very tolerant of ads, you might get more. If you have a 0 tolerance policy of ads, you might get less. But the good thing is YouTube tries to figure this out. And keep in mind that, again, all these markers here that YouTube has auto-generated when it comes to mid-roll ads are just mere suggestions. An ad might play, might not, but either way, the more mid-roll ad opportunities there are, the more likely you are, pretty much almost 100% guaranteed, to make more money. Number 4, tagging products. This is a big one that's getting a lot more popular, especially right now at the time of this video. And that is, as opposed to, let's say, having a link to a product here. So as you can see, I have the link to this microphone right here, the Shure MV7 Plus microphone. I can also tag the product. So that when someone watches the video, there's a cool little icon right next to the video. So let's do that right now. I'm gonna go down here and you can see products. And then here. So I'm going to say tag a product that usually, as you can imagine, you want to relate to the video. So let's say I'm doing a video review of this microphone. I'm going to type in Shure MV7 Plus. Let me search it. You can see that this is the one. This is actually the exact one that I have. So let me tag it. I'm going to click next. And then I'm just going to click done. I can add a timestamp, but what I have this done is I have this auto-enabled where YouTube, again, similar to mid-roll ads, automatically might recommend it at a given point. So I'm going to just click done and save. That's it. Now you're more likely to make more money because what could happen is, like, say someone's watching this video and they go to scroll down. You can see that when I go down here, now there's a product right there. So now before even anyone looks at the description, there's a little icon here. And especially, let's say if you're reviewing a product in the video, if let's say you talk about the product a lot, you can have someone potentially click this. They then go to Guitar Center, potentially purchase, like, say, this microphone or any other product that you're recommending, and you make more money. And last, but definitely not least, number 5, recommending other videos. This is massive. There's a lot of different ways to do this. This could even be a YouTube video in of itself, but here's a big thing. When people ask me, like, how do I make more money on YouTube? How do I really grow my YouTube channel? The biggest thing is this: how can you keep somebody on YouTube as long as possible? That's all YouTube cares about. They want you to stay on their platform as long as possible. And as you can imagine, there are numerous different ways to do this. And there's one thing called audience retention. This means how long does your video keep someone on YouTube? Kind of like the video time that someone watches it for, right? If it's a 15-minute video and they watch it for 10 minutes, then pretty good, right? But there's also something called session view. As in, well, if someone goes to your channel and binge watches your video, YouTube loves that. Because you're like, wait a minute. Not only do they just watch one video, they watched 5 in a row. And a good way to do this is to recommend other videos in numerous different ways. So for example, I'm going to go to this video again. First off, I have a playlist. I suggest you make playlists for all your different things. As you can imagine on the channel, which is a bit of a variety channel about making money, I have a playlist for just YouTube. I have a playlist just for my business videos and accounting videos. I have a playlist for my YouTube income reports. I have video production and video editing tutorials. Like, let's say you're like, hey, I actually don't do YouTube, but I use iMovie. If I go to, let's say, this, let me go to extra videos here, you can see that these are all the videos that relate to video editing. I have capture card reviews, iMovie reviews. I have an unboxing video of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, all these iMovie tutorials, right? And that way, when someone, let's say, goes to look at your description and they see that in the description, they might be like, oh, wait, he has a whole playlist about making more money on YouTube. They click this playlist and we binge watch all these different videos about making more money on YouTube. Another one, just to show you another one, is end screens. So in every single video, literally in every single video, yes, including this one, I always have end screens. And this is my strategy. I have this. I have 2 that appear. It's going to appear in the last 20 seconds. It will appear at the end of this video. They're both going to be here. I have most recent upload and best reviewer. I will say that if, let's say, you have a very good thing to relate another video to, and this is a big strategy a lot of YouTubers do, maybe pick a specific video. So let's say I'm like, hey, I'm going to show you how to do a push-up. And then let's say at the end of the video, say, you know what? Doing a good push-up is great, but remember, that's only going to work your upper body. You also have to know how to do a good squat. So appearing right here, I have another video or tutorial about how to do a squat. And as a result of that, someone might binge watch your videos because they're like, hey, you know what? I know how to do a push-up now, but I got to learn the squat. And maybe after the end of the squat videos, they also keep in mind, you got to learn a push-up, but also you got to learn how to do a sit-up. Abs are very important. Then you have a sit-up video, right? And this is a way to link your videos. And again, there are numerous different ways to do this. End screens, having playlists, posting those videos in the description, being like, hey, if you like this video, you might like these, and have like maybe a list of them that people can click on. Another big thing that people use is cards. Another big way, if you want to almost combine strategies, is post, like, say, a good linking video as a pinned comment. So you say, hey, if you like this video about how to do a push-up, Here are 3 more fitness videos that relate to bodyweight exercises that require no weights at all. You can do them at home. How to do a push-up, how to do a pull-up, or actually pull-up, you do need equipment, but how to do, let's say, a squat, how to do a sit-up, how to do X, Y, or Z. And keep in mind, the more that you can keep somebody on YouTube, the more money you're gonna make.